There was a magazine back in the 70s called Blast Comicollector. I loved them. Absolutely brilliant. Now, unfortunately, I haven't got that many examples until today. Today, I got 12 copies, and I'm going to go through them. Just going to show you the ads, the various pictures that are in them, also the indexes, and much, much more. So I hope you find it of interest. I just got this through the post. An absolutely brilliant set of 12 Rocket Blast Comic Collector magazines from the early 70s all the way through to about 77, 78. I can't really tell because, to be honest, they never put the dates on any of these. It's sometimes not even the number. I just found it always a bit baffling, but still some great covers and also some just really great adverts as well as indexes, much more. Now, some of them are predominantly prices, but the prices are also fascinating when you go through it. But there is often lots of things like indexes, as well as articles about particular artists and particular characters. But quite a lot in the early ones, these sort of 67, 68, those sort of periods. You've got here, Alter Ego, old radio tapes, of course, they were very popular as well. I don't know about so much so in the UK, but certainly you've got here sorted. Now, you can see you've got some articles, probably a few more. It did vary. Some of the early ones, like issue 64, which is the earliest one I've got. Also got things like this, which I love. These ones obviously showing various, obviously, comic marts of the time. You've got here EC Wanted. Now, sometimes when you read these, you look at it and think, oh, are they for sale or for wanted? So you always have to be aware when you look at it, oh, that's a really low price. And then you find it's what people want to pay for the things. Yeah, I've got DC Comics, 10-cent sale. So you've got here Superman, 178, I assume. So 10-cent sale. Let's see, Golden Age. I suspect they're not 10 cents. So you've got loads here. You've got here Batman, issue 15, $6.50. Now, I don't know what condition all these were in, maybe mint or near mint, etc. I mean, obviously you've got here, I love this one, All Flash, issue 7, $7. You've also got All American 65, $3. Issue 70, 50 cents. 50, I wonder what condition that was in at that point. But you've got here, again, more things, and obviously these ones are probably more modern ones. Let's have a look, quickly go through. Again, All Flash, issue 1, $20. Batman, number 1, $50. And you've got, now again, is this a buying? See, this is a buying list. So you have to always be aware. You've got Fantastic Four, $18 they were hoping to get it for. Marvel Superheroes, issue 22, 10 cents. Obviously that one's probably Where Monsters Dwell, 10 cents. Obviously these were comics that were coming out at the time. They were the monster ones from Marvel Comics, of course. But you've got loads and loads. Well, let's just go through a few of the other ones here. This one is issue 65. And again, some of them are lots and lots of ads, and some of them are really quite amazing. You've got, someone's offering a collection. They're offering a collection to sell, and they're offering $25 for their entire collection. Of course, again, could be what they want to buy. I don't think it is the case. I think they were actually selling that. Had X-Men number 1 in it. Now, I guess at the time, X-Men was not so popular back in the 60s/70s. So maybe that was the case. I mean, you can see here, let's issue 4 here. And again, this might be what they want, I don't know. But issue 4, $2. 7 to 9, $1.20. Issue 10 to 15, 90 cents, and so on. You can see there were lots. And this one, Avengers, issue 5. That was a Lava Men, I think, wasn't it? And that's $1.50. Issue 6, I love that one, Masters of Evil, of course. And you've got lovely, quite often some really great bit of artwork as well, some occasional bits of stories and things that were added. And also these lovely sort of, I love these ones. Sort of drawn up, sort of written, handwritten list. Comic Showcase, I don't think that was a Comic Showcase in the UK. But you got here, Avengers, issue 1, very good, $2.50 in that advert. Comic Bargains, let's have a look. Action Comics 42, $10. Captain Marvel, number 3, $20. Marvel Mystery Comics, $5 each. That's 51, 55, 57, 60. I doubt if you get that now. Let's have a look at this one. This one is issue 64. This is the earliest one I've got now. So all of these ones, I just really love picking these up. And as soon as I saw it, it was 40 quid. 40 quid for 12, which I think is about £3.50. And that was from 30th Century Comics. I love their website. They do a bargain basement. And I'm always checking them out. Always go on there and have a quick look and think, ooh, and that one, as soon as I saw it, yep, I'm going to put my, what's the name in for that one. I think some other people must have gone for it because there was a draw. So I guess that obviously in the morning, whatever, during the day, on Saturday, they get a few people put in a quick saying, oh, I'll go for that. So I don't know how many people I was actually competing with on this. But you can see there's lots and lots of these ones. You got here, Our Gang, Blondie, Famous Funnies. You know, some of them are very, very, because Daredevil, Spidey one, 20 cents. But of course, some of these were only been out for 10 years. So I guess that's the sort of prices. And again, just great cover artwork. Again, lots of ads, but you've got things like this, which I always love. Pulps, the great hero comic book heroes. That's a weird way of writing it. However, Jules Pfeiffer, $4.95. I have actually got that. So that's just great. Dick Tracy, that was a great one. The Batman one, love that one. Soft covers and fanzines. Now that would be great. So let's have a look. I think this one, Penguin Book of Comics. Just think Nostalgia Comics, Little Annie Fanny, Graphic Stories Magazine, Alter Ego 10, and $1.50, and so on. Virgil Finlay portfolios, I love those. Oh, Vaughan Bode. And there is actually some Vaughan Bode in this somewhere. I'll just quickly go through a few more of these. This is issue 77. Again, lots of those ones. Let's just see it move forward a bit. This is 116. How much was it? 125 cents. The way to put it, at one point, obviously $1.25. But now you can see they've actually changed it a bit. You've got here Trek. You've obviously got a bit of Star Trek here. You've got Donald Duck. You've also got Dell Comics are good comics, and they certainly are. I love a lot of those. All Disney comics. So they actually, later ones, started to change, not just always ads. With all, of course, all very fascinating to see those ads, but Prince Valiant, Comic Collector's comments, and see it's about Prince Valiant. It changed a bit. So you've got EC Comics, also got examples, War Against Crime, Weird Science, and so on, special page. But again, never puts a date, but that must have been getting more into the 73, 74, I guess. This one looks great, 148. Again, $1.95 by this point. And you've got here, again, you've still got some ads, but you've got lovely characters here, of course. And actually a lovely comic book story here. I don't know this one. Very unusual. What If? Also, you've got critiques, which is always great. A new companion magazine to the RBCC, as it was called. Fantastic Exploits. I don't know what that was. Maybe that obviously came out. I've never seen a copy of that. Next, X-Men. And of course, you've got a lovely Magneto. You've got obviously Wanda, Sentinels there. And of course, got Quicksilver and Cyclops battling. And of course, that was an issue that around about issue 43, I think, of the X-Men. You got a lovely there, Xavier, Professor X, I should say. And well, we got some more lovely bit of artwork there. Some interesting, I don't know what that's all about. Looks like Dark Star and Alien and things. Yes, Dark Star there. I love Dark Star. Absolutely brilliant film. Watched it recently on Blu-ray. Really good interview with, see, Dan Bannon there. And this one, I was really pleased with this one. Now, you can see the price has gone up a bit, $3.95. This is obviously by this time issue 151. So let's just, Harlan Ellison, one of the best. I absolutely love his work. Got a few books of Harlan Ellison now. I've read many of his stories over the years. And you've got here, Harlan Ellison Responds. You obviously got some inside his house. So you've got lots of examples, all the various things he had there. Harlan Ellison on Air. Just beautiful bits of artwork. You've got obviously these magazines. I assume these are, Harlan Ellison ones. Harlan Ellison, obviously a story, Harlan Ellison. You've also got some lovely bit of artwork again. Conversation with a Man Who Hates Television. And also some more lovely art. So it did change. So certainly if you've sort of ever seen RBCC, I'd never say that particularly right, in the early issues where it was mainly ads. Same with the UK ones. A lot of the UK ones were lots of ads, but eventually there was also other stuff as well. So you've got back issues, CC Beck, and Fantasy Newsletter. And this is the thing I love about these ones. You can start going through it, comic book price guide. There, obviously, again, Harlan Ellison, Comics Journal one. And then you've got back to RBCC. This is issue 78. And again, you've got lots and lots of these great ads. The Dells there, you've got Donald Duck. Let's have a look, see if I can find anything that just jumps out at me. And you can see lots of the Golden Age Westerns. Let's have a look. That's a lot. Westerns. No, Golden Ages. So you've got here like Superboy, issue 9, $6.50. And Felix the Cat. Superboy again, you've got obviously Superboy. Wonder Woman. Oh, it's got Boo there for some. I don't understand what that was. Wonder Woman, issue 63, 67 and 71, 65 cents. And this is probably about early 70s. So early 70s. And you've got movie posters, A Hard Day's Night, $1.50. Now that would be something, I'd love that. That would be brilliant. And let's go from Frazetta, some Frazetta art. Let's see what it says. I mean, imagine that was very expensive even then. And you've got loads of these discount sales and various other ones. And here's another clearance sale, $1 each. You've got Aquaman, Metal Man. Doesn't actually say the numbers. They're all number ones. So you've got Aquaman number 1 for $1. Metal Man, Marvel Superheroes, Thor Annual. Oh, wow. Thunder Agents Wood, Spectacular Spider-Man issue 2, and so on. So loads of those ones. Again, more ads. Radio tapes again. Some more pictures there. And we've got some Vaughan Bode. I love Vaughan Bode. Brilliant. Brilliant artist. And you've also got these lovely, oh, this is brilliant. All these lovely ads there, for whatever it is, posters or something. Or early comic books, I guess. What's that? Stan Pitt. And you got, oh, this is great. 1961. 1961, you got the upside down year. New network TV schedule. Now, I don't know where this one was, whether this was across the, obviously not being in the US, I don't know. But Rawhide, Route 66, NBC, CBS, ABC. So these were the ones obviously on the main channels at the time. And you got the Pulps, TV again. You got even more Media Scene, of course, brilliant. You got their Jaws, of course, must have come out obviously at that time. Vaughan Bode again. And you got again just some great, his artwork. I love his work. Just remember this. This was, I think, probably bought quite a few in like Forbidden Planet. They always had those sort of things there. Didn't realise that it's just, that's one of those things I should have kept all that. Now, RBCC, that's that one, and then on to this one. And this one again, this one doesn't even have a number on again. It's just always back, unless there is a number there somewhere. Can you see a number? I cannot see a number. Maybe a number on the back. No, obviously got ET there. But you got here some more lovely, it was Miss Marvel. That's a lovely one there, Miss Marvel. Obviously, Comicopia. You got some Twilight of the Heroes. I don't know, that's quite good, isn't it? And you got some more movies one. Oh, that's even got a inner page there. Star Wars. Oh, it's Star Wars. So now this would have been interesting, but wow. New issue of Star Wars comic number 11, published by Marvel Comics. And you got another lovely comic story there. Obviously some Batman there. Got some lovely covers here. What's that one? Commander Battle. Assume that's ACG, I assume. Looks like it. Close Encounters of the Four Colour. And again, you've got some more. So they did change a lot by this time. Now, here's another one. I think, oh, this one looks great. This one's number 66, and I think that's just a great cover there. Again, you've got loads of these illustrated fanzines, comic specials, illustrated comic collector's handbook. I've never, ever heard of that. So you got that one. Let's have a look, some of the other ones here. Some more Frazetta, obviously, there. 52 offset page, again. Oh, that's lovely. Rare. Oh, let's see what some of these ones. Marvel semi-sets for sale. Assume that was obviously they would have the whole collection. So you'd get Captain Marvel 1 to 5, and that was $2. And you got Fantastic Four 42 to issue 78, and that was $13 plus the annuals 4 and 5. Wow! And you've got Marvel Tales 3. You got X-Men 17, 23, 20 to 24, 25, etc. $1.50. Tales of Suspense, obviously just there. I love that they did these collections. Don't see that so often now. But you've got loads and loads, just so many of these brilliant ads, and you could spend forever going through these ones. I think Graphic Showcase, and this one. Now I've got again some more lovely artwork here. Again, commercials, talking about commercials. Again, John Carter here, which I think is just great. Star Wars, of course. just brilliant bit of their dealer race. I don't know what this was talking about. 1977 landmark issue, obviously due to the many special extra features planned for it. The Star Wars special. Unknown Wrightson, that's just pretty cool, isn't it? Some unknown Wrightson, and again some more little ones there. Hilary Barter, and it did have lots of indexes as well. I haven't really shown those particularly, but they would sort of discuss a lot of list of all the various things, magazines that obviously at the time there wasn't the internet, so of course, you know, where did you find the information about? Now some of these ones, last three, are actually ones I already had. But you got this one comic, one again, got a lovely Volta one there, and some more, again Sally Force and Cannon, of course, obviously Bollywood ones there, Blast, and Alter Ego again, Marvel Collector's Handbook. What's that one? Fantastic Four checklist. Wow. Marvel fan, that was fantastic. Every issue, Fantastic Four through to issue 132, which was, of course, the first issue that I ever bought. Fantastic Four 132. And you've got Colour Conqueror, of course, and all the adverts are obviously American ones, but it's still. And again, you've got, more in this one. This one, obviously Phantom on the front cover there. And you've got Critique again. But again, lots and lots of information. Powerhouse Pepper, more ads again. And it's just, you just look at it, and I love these ones. So this, is a collection of absolutely brilliant fanzines from the 70s. Just unique, sort of wonderful, wonderful books. Have you got any of them? Have you ever bought any of these Rocket Blast ones? Of course, have you got other ones as well? There's ones like Comics Unlimited, there's loads of other fanzines, and they're not impossible to find. They're probably harder to find, I think, in the UK, because of course we just probably didn't get as many of them here. But there are some, and we have got lots of Fantasy Trader and those sort of ones. But I really do love this. It's just a great sort of snapshot of that early 70s to mid 70s for comics. So, hope you found this of interest. Any thoughts, questions, please let me know. Bye.